Hi, I'm Sandy Leah at Emmanuel Community, and with me today I have Tara Cottle, and we are at the Physical Therapy Department located on the Cedar wing of Emmanuel, correct?
Correct.
So, and this is the rehabilitation wing here?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so that makes sense. Physical therapy, rehabilitation.
Yep.
Yeah. Last month was Physical Therapy Month, the month of October, and so that's why I chose to visit with Tara and just kind of see what's going on in the therapy department here at Emmanuel. And so why don't we start, Tara, with how about you define physical therapy for our viewers?
Well, generally what physical therapy is and what it encompasses is rehabilitating patients with muscular disorders, with generalized weakness. It's actually a very broad spectrum. We go from anywhere from neurological disorders to generalized muscle weakness to treating patients with just an overall functional decline. You know, there's just a very vast array with patients with chronic pain, you know, so there's a lot of different areas that we cover and that we work with.
Okay, so the people that you're talking about that would need physical therapy are people that either have a condition, some type of particular condition, or maybe they've had like an injury or something, or surgery. Are those
Yes.
the areas?
Yep, or you know, or a trauma, or even patients that have been dealing with pain for quite some time, either acutely or chronically. So there's, you know, or patients that have like long-term disorders such as Parkinson's disease, MS. You know, we focus on those areas as well too.
All righty. So whoever qualifies for therapy, and it's wonderful that we have therapy services here available at Emmanuel. And I know we not only have physical therapy, but we also have occupational therapy and speech therapy. And so how does one know what's physical therapy? I mean, is there, because didn't I hear once that it's like occupational therapy is from the waist up and physical therapy is from the waist down or something like that? Or is that how it goes or what?
Not necessarily. Okay. What occupational therapy really focuses on is getting patients to do their activities of daily living like they were doing them before, whether that's getting dressed, showering, bathing, cooking, things like that. They can, and they also will focus on the upper extremities. Physical therapy focuses more on the strength and how to get a patient from point A to point B. So, you know, if the patient does transfers, you know, we'll focus on them transferring from the wheelchair to another chair or to their bed. We also work on gait training, or that's walking, and you know, we focus on the techniques that patients may need to hone in on to make their walk more functional, more efficient, and be able to help them conserve more energy so that they can do more things throughout the day.
Okay, and the physical therapy is not only, and I only know this because you were one of the ladies here today, Phyllis Wheats, is an outpatient who had like a knee surgery, and she said I could say that. But anyways, it's not just for residents here on the Emmanuel campus. It's also for someone who is like, they know they're going to have like a knee surgery, so they could do some pre-planning maybe and decide where they wanted to, you know, get that therapy done. Is that correct? Or?
Yes. Yeah, they can certainly come and visit if they wanted to. They're more than welcome to come visit us here at Emmanuel. If they wanted to do some choosing prior to their surgery, and so that they know where they're going to go after surgery, we invite them to do that. A lot of times, you know, in order for patients to get therapy here, they do need a doctor's order for it. But we certainly invite them to come visit and explore.
Don't they need a doctor's order for no matter where they go?
Yes, most of the time, yes, depending on the insurance, but in Minnesota, yes, we do need a doctor's order here.
So It seems like you need a doctor's order for almost everything, but that's, you know, that's a good thing because we like to keep the physicians, I mean, they're in charge. So now, so what types of routines then? I suppose it varies depending on what the condition is or the diagnosis, like someone like Phyllis. And then we also had over on our, that's called a New Step, correct?
Yes.
That piece of equipment. We had Nettie Mum working on that. And so I guess it just, do they come every day or every other day? Or
it depends.
schedule?
Well, it really depends on the patient's needs.
Okay.
And that's up to the therapist to decide usually.
Okay.
Is, you know, we'll go and evaluate them and see what the patient needs regarding, you know, how many times a week we recommend and how many, you know, and for how many weeks we actually see them.
Okay. So how about now, Lil Kinney was here this morning too, and I noticed you were doing some stretching on her legs. So is that, you were just getting her prepared for what's about to come with her morning routine, or?
Generally, like with stretching, we focus on their range of motion and actually getting the muscles ready to go through the therapy process.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like any exercise. If you go to the community center or I Am Fitness or wherever it may be, Anytime Fitness, they always say that, or before a marathon, I learned that from my husband Andy, you know, you always should stretch out your muscles really good to protect them so you don't injure them, and then just kind of warm up a little bit before the exercise.
Yep.
How about, how does it work for, like, how do they get their therapy paid for? Is that like insurance covers therapies, or
Yeah, usually
Medicare?
it's through the insurance, Medicare, depending on the patient and what insurances they have. Some of them are private pay, but usually it goes through the insurance.
Usually the insurance, okay. Also, I wanted to mention that the New Step, our Tree of Greetings here at Emmanuel, the auxiliary work on that, and they send out cards, and you have an opportunity to contribute to our Tree of Greetings at Emmanuel, and that's during the holiday season. And this year the funds are going to purchase a new step for your therapy department. So that's exciting.
That'll be really nice.
You always
Actually,
need more
it will,
equipment,
yes,
I'm sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
And I noticed you have some stair steps, and oh, sounds like we're having a fire drill. So, so anyways, I would imagine we have to say goodbye, and I want to thank you, Tara, for joining me. And it's all about health and wellness and safety with our fire drill here at Emmanuel Community. So stop by and visit with Tara, and Tanya Hovelson was also with us this morning. And can we give a phone number that they could call? Is it just 847-4486 if they have questions?
They could do that and connect them to the therapy department, or they can call the therapy department directly, which is 844-7134.
All righty. So anyway, and you have yourself and about 3 other staff that work here to provide the therapies, right?
Yes, for physical therapists wise.
So they are just, they're here and available to speak with you and answer any questions that you might have on physical therapy. And thank you so much for joining me this morning, Tara.
Thank you.
And it looks like you have a very wonderful physical therapy department. Thank you.